And welcome to today's episode. For anyone who is new here, karibu, welcome. And for those who've been tuned in, I just want to say thank you. I've received a lot of feedback from all of you and I love it, and I'm noting them down. Remember, we're learning each day. Like I said, so far I have learned a lot, and that's why even today I'm really elated because finally I'm able to upload my episodes on YouTube. We're not really there yet, but there's progress. And again, good news, finally, my podcast can be found on Google, and now it's easy for anyone who's asking about subscribing. If you go there, you'll be able to subscribe. That is on Just Being Real, the Good Vibes Only, podcast. Then be able to subscribe and be able to be updated whenever I put an episode up. Yes. And thanks a lot once again. Wow, I don't know. Okay, let me not go on rambling about it. Yes, so today I'll talk about a couple of things, but first of all, from my previous episode I mentioned about my niece having done her cover on the Sauti Soul song Insecure, and that it's uploaded on YouTube, but I forgot to mention her name so that you go and search and listen. Though on my on that episode, the one that I have uploaded on YouTube, I have put a link, but just for now, for those who asked, let me say her name and then you can search yourself. So her name is Njoki Waka. Yes, she has an amazing voice. Just go there and listen for yourself. Let me not start pouring praises all over again. And then it's been a roller coaster. I've been feeling ish, which is so normal. Of course, there are those days you're all psyched up, those days where your mood dips like crazy, and I couldn't understand why. And I wanted to do a podcast that is on Sunday, that was on Father's Day, and for once, we lost our dad like in 2014. It's been quite a number of years, and of course this is not the first Father's Day that we've celebrated when he's not part of our lives, but this time around I kind of felt drained a bit, and it's just that it's because I've been listening to so many vlogs, I've been listening to so many podcasts, I've been listening to also on social media, following up on guys and them talking about their parents, their fathers. So I'm talking about the loss of their fathers and how hard it is, no matter how long it has taken. And it is so true. It kind of sometimes weighs you down, because sometimes I sit like this and the things that have happened to me, like from last year with my job loss and just trying to restructure my life, and even just being a mother, and there's just so many life challenges which are just normal, but sometimes you just wish you had that father figure to just approach and talk to them. And my dad had always remedies whenever you had an issue, and I kind of feel like I miss it, and it's fine. He lived his life and I celebrate it every single day. He raised us all. We're 10. We all went to school. Everyone is doing their own things now, and that's amazing. That's all we ask for, and we had amazing times with him. He was such a pillar when it comes to a family. Whenever there were disagreements, we knew this will be well taken care of, and that's what we miss, of course, but that's life. So all I want to say is, may his soul rest in peace, and to even anyone out there who's lost their dad, take heart and celebrate him. That's all that is needed for now, And for all fathers out there, happy Father's Day. By the time you get to listen to this podcast, it will be way past it. But happy Father's Day to all fathers and all father figures. I'm talking about father figures. It's about all the men who've taken up role or stepped up to take care of kids that are not their own, and they're doing a great job. That is amazing. Yes, so Father's Day, let's just mention a couple of things to just get to understand Father's Day. So Father's Day is celebrated, of course, every third Sunday of June every year, and it's celebrated worldwide to recognize the contribution of fathers and father figures and how they impact the lives of their children and their families at the end of the day. So this day generally celebrates fatherhood and male parenting. So from my previous episode, I'd mentioned about my dad and how strict he was, but he was also amazing. He's a person who made our home area have a library. He was such an educationist. He had all this love from his students, ex-students, that is. He had been an headmaster for a very long time, and I remember even when he passed on, we really got a lot of support, overwhelming support from his students, because everyone had something to talk about him. He was strict, but they all say he made them to be what they are today, the same as me and my sisters. We're like 10. Yes, we are 10 siblings, 7 girls, 3 boys, and it turned out great, and sometimes I sit back and I'm like, as much as I feel sad and it was such a blow, and the reason as to why I sometimes get all these feelings is because by the time he passed on, we still had things that we had not reconciled over with him. Let me just mention it in passing, but it's something I'll talk about later in detail. Is when I got my son, he was kind of disappointed. He had anticipated by the time I was getting done with campus, I'll do my masters and everything, but me, I had a different picture. What I wanted is to go out there, get to the job market, get to identify maybe a field that I'll be comfortable with, and then now decide from there what I would want to do for my masters. But it happened. I got a child, wasn't married, and we broke up with the baby daddy, and it was such a disappointment for him. But today I sit back, and even what motivated me to even do this podcast today is I was telling myself, if he was here today, I think he would have been proud of me. I haven't done like a lot of things that he would have loved me to do, but I think he would be so excited and so happy for me. And by the time again he was passing on, we had discussed that we need to meet. Okay, it was through my mom. My mom was planning for us to have a sit down and be able to just talk our issues out and straighten things, and he was ready. Apparently, from my sisters and my siblings, they told me he kind of knew. He kind of anticipated his death, and I didn't know about it because I was too proud then, of course, to just approach it and just yeah, I'll say, yeah, sometimes I blame myself, but anyway, yeah, he kind of knew, and I wish we had made the process faster for us to just have that sit down, but it's fine. Like I said, I've made peace with it, and I know he would be proud, and wherever he is, I just want to say I love you, Dad, and I miss you like so much. So on this Father's Day, I got quite a number of messages from my friends wishing me a happy Father's Day, and it kind of made me feel because I don't know if anyone can really feel into the shoes of a dad. Of course, when you raise a kid alone, you kind of have to step up and do everything. I was even thinking about it, like, my son is 7 years old now. He's at a stage where he's now removing his teeth, and I've realized I'm very scared. I've not removed any single teeth of his. Actually, the first time it started shaking, I took time and even had the other teeth popping from back there, and now his dental formula is messed up, but of course we'll handle that later. But I'm scared, and those are the things, there's so many things that I cannot, like, I think I'll do a different have a very long list of the things that I cannot be able to step up to and do like a father would do. But of course, when it comes to discipline, because most people have heard people mentioning that kids raised by single moms are spoiled or are not disciplined because mostly moms are a bit lenient. But I've realized where I do not tolerate indiscipline, so I try as much as I can. As much as we are friends with my son, we can play, we can laugh, we can freely talk about anything, but at the same time, I make sure I instill the best behavior in him. That's what I want to see at the end of the day. And yeah, we're trying. It's not, of course, easy. And yeah, but thank you for all those who thought I deserve that medal or that name. But yeah, it's something difficult and something maybe I'll talk about later. Yep. So other than feeling a bit not in the mood or psyched up, generally it's because I realized I started this podcast, and I'm getting calls and I'm getting messages, and I'm like, when are we getting to hear the next episode? And I'm like, wow, will I be able to keep up, right? But today I also wanted to tackle another thing that I've gotten a number of questions in regard to, and that is, sometimes you send someone a link and they're like, what's a podcast? So let's tackle that today. So to just simply put it, a podcast is an audio program, just like a talk radio, that you subscribe to, maybe on your phone or a computer, but most people prefer a phone because it's something that you usually have on you most of the time. So, and it's basically for entertainment purposes, and also sometimes including educative topics that you can just listen to when maybe you're cooking, when you're driving to work, during a workout, and when just chilling. And sometimes it's kind of soothing. And for example, like even my podcast and the direction I want to take is just for it to be soothing, to be encouraging, to give you positive vibes, to make you feel like, yeah, I can do this, and it's okay to have all these issues in life, like in anything, in your career, in your relationship, in just your general life, but you don't need to get to hold on to your past. You just have to move on. And today I wanted to share something that I just came across, and it's an awesome piece. It's a quote by Robert Schuller. Okay, pronunciation is a problem, but I will link it. So problems are not, they are just guidelines, and a problem is a chance for you to do your best. So for me, like today now, for the past 2 days, I haven't been psyched up about doing this, but I realized, hey Julia, you need to step up. And having to get people telling you, Julia, where's the next podcast? We're waiting. I'm checking the app, and there's nothing. I'm like, yeah, Julia, yeah, you started this, so you have to push on, and that's what I'm doing. And that's why I am happy to have you guys on board. I'm happy to get all your feedbacks. Oh my god, it is overwhelming. And sometimes you get scared, like sometimes you want to go to your podcast and say, wow, how many people have listened to this, and are people going to love this, is it interesting and stuff. But I've realized sometimes you don't do things also for people, but you also do for yourself. Like this is kind of therapeutic for me, like a lot. Today, just having me talk about all this load I had and how I was feeling kind of just made me feel so nice. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters, right? So let's do this. And if you want to be part of this, there's a way. When you get to the app, that is the Anchor app, you can be able to do a message, or you can even go to my social media pages. That is Facebook, that is Awora Yako. On Instagram, that is Julia Awor1. Twitter, Julia Awor1. You can be able to, if you want to be part of this and share something, you can let me know. I just don't want also to do it alone, of course. Yeah, I would want you to be part of it. If you have a suggestion, a topic that you would want me to talk about, remember right now I'm at a stage where you guys are getting to know me better, and then from then on, we'll just get a direction on where we're going. Yes. So if you have any questions, anything, just let me know. My email address is juliaaward@gmail.com. Of course, say yes. So don't be shy. Tell me anything, and I'm gladly here to listen and do as you want. Okay. So thank you for tuning in, and I wish you all a lovely week ahead. And yeah, continue being awesome. Be safe, and bye.